What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter from Panda here. You know I like rugged, inexpensive watches here on the channel, and I picked up this SMAEL. It is a rugged watch, and as you can see here, it's a little more colorful than some of the ones I picked up before. It's in turquoise, and that's because I have a lot of black watches, and I just thought I'd go with a little blue. As you can see here, it's kind of a bright turquoise on the band. It's kind of this plasticky, rubbery, pretty soft, but not like a silicone soft. It definitely has some structure like a plastic. And you can see here we have keepers right there. A pretty thin, but metal buckle on this end. The bands do not move. They are shaped so that they fit right against the case there. It looks like screws holding it in, but flush up here. And then we have a very similar turquoise, I'm gonna call it like a aquamarine, color fill on the words, the logo right up there, and then even on the numbers on the dial. You see 12, 3, and 6 all inked on there, and even the markings around the seconds window on the second hand itself, and even the highlights on the hands. So you definitely get a nice helping, solid helping of turquoise. Oh, there's even plastic on here. There always is. They come well packaged so that you don't have to worry about any damage, like my heart is damaged. A really rugged case. It kind of looks like a G-Shock. I've shown you these before. This plastic is pretty robust. In terms of water resistance, it's 5 bar, so I wouldn't get these things super wet. Now, I will tell you, I haven't been particularly gentle with these things in the past, and they seem to keep working. It's even some protectors molded in around the pushers here, and there's some texture there, some pyramids on there. The crown is right here. It's a little metal. It's got a nice little knurling, nothing overly large or overly fancy, and you can see here we can move the hands around and set the time. That's going to be your primary time zone. So you can see, looks like we have some lume maybe on those hands, and they're skeletonized just a little bit. Then you're going to have a second time zone right there, potentially. You have a date or a seconds counter, second hand counter right in there, and then also days around the window as well. If I stay focused in on there, I'm going to hit this light button, see what that does. Look at that, we kind of get an indiglow type effect. Pretty awesome, actually. The day highlight around Wednesday, the seconds, and the time there all turn a turquoise color. That's pretty clever. We'll take a look at this light too in total darkness and just see what it looks like. Obviously, hopefully it's bright enough between any luminescence on the dial as well as the light to read it. Then we have a mode button down here, start, stop, and reset here. So if I hit the mode, you can see here we have, this might be the stopwatch. So if I hit it, looks like we hit it. Starts counting off, seconds here, hundredths of a second there. Down here is the reset. If I hit mode again, go back to that. Looks like I can set an alarm. Monday at 1 o'clock at the moment. This is where I think we set the day, and we can reset the seconds. And I guess that is kind of the full feature set of it. So pretty nice all around. And then you can see here, screw down stainless steel back on the watch. Now, the watch advertises 38 millimeters, and actually looking at it in terms of overall diameter of the case, I was kind of skeptical about that because I thought it looked quite a bit bigger. But I will tell you right now, I think it is. I think, truth in advertising, this is not that big of a watch in terms of a rugged outdoor watch. It looks a little bit bigger because it's probably about a 15 millimeter thick case, so it definitely protrudes quite a bit. But in terms of a rugged watch, if you don't like those 50 millimeter cases, which I get get a little ungainly. I mean, they get thick, they get wide, but this is quite wearable. In fact, I can darn near get it underneath a sleeve. So I think that looks great. And it has a splash of color. If you like working out, you're kind of color matching it to your gear or something like that, why not pick this up? And it wasn't expensive, like I said. These SMAEL watches are not only a good watch, stylish, and they've lasted a really long time for me, but man, they don't break the bank like some of those tough Solars and some of the G-Shocks and whatnot. Watch like this is in the $20 ballpark. So check it out. I will put a link to this bad boy in the description below if you want to pick one up, but I really like them. Love beating them up. They do take a licking and keep on ticking for sure. Peter Von Panda, out.